Football is one of the sports that success is never constant. Now, Felipe Scolari led Brazil to the World Cup in 2002. And 12 years later, in 2014 precisely, he also led the same country to their heaviest defeat in their history. Now, look at Nigeria. Coach Samson Siasia failed to qualify Nigeria for the Nations Cup in 2012. But Stephen Keshi came up, not only qualifying Nigeria for the next edition, he also went ahead to win it. Well, right now, for the first time in 48 years, Nigeria lost to Sudan, the same coach in charge. You will say, what is really wrong with football and success? How come it's never really constant? Well, this is Sport This Morning on China's television, broadcasting live from Lagos. I'm Cecilia Mogg, but first let's take a look at the major headlines. Well, for fans, they will definitely get a chance to watch the Super Eagles for free in Abuja because the sports minister has said that the gate will be thrown open. And also the program, the Super Falcons will not underrate the Chipolopolo Queens. Remember, they're actually making their debut in the African Women's Championship. Nigeria will be facing Zambia later today, precisely 4 p.m. Nigerian time. And also we'll be talking about basketball, where 7 Nigerian referees are set to get FIBA badges. All they have to do is to actually successfully complete the FIBA referee clinic and the examination, which will start tomorrow in Cotonou. Well, these are more after these reactions coming from some sports enthusiasts and also an S International talking about Stephen Keshi, why he can no longer lead the Super Eagles. A kind of divided opinion, you will say. Let's listen to them.
The most fundamental thing you expect from a national team coach is the ability to scout players and invite the right group of guys into the national team. He's failed on that count as well. His experimentation hasn't ended. Is he a lab scientist? Why does he keep experimenting with important games? You know, you bring in players from China, from Australia, from all kinds of places. My point is, if you are blooding players, there has got to be an end to the experiment. Where is Sunday Mba? Where are all of those guys that he brought through that were happy that he gave a chance to play? Why is he experimenting, discovering talent and discarding them? And then it continues with the experimentation and is affecting the team. So I feel that Stephen Keshi really doesn't have, he's not proven that he's got sufficient enough quality to lead the team to the next level. He's won AFCON, and I think that's as far as it gets, really. Keshi has to go. Stephen Keshi's failure is not just Stephen Keshi's failure as a coach. It is the failure of so many factors together, from the NFF to the technical committee and so on. Samson Siasia failed before Keshi came on board. We didn't qualify for Nations Cup. Keshi came, performed a little bit of magic. Now he's on the verge of doing what Samson Siasia didn't do. What is wrong with Nigerian coaches? Is it about the Nigerian coach itself, or there's a systemic problem hindering these players from hindering these coaches from performing? Now, if you bring in a foreign coach, what is the guarantee, what is the evidence that that foreign coach will not fall to the same trap that is systemic? We should look beyond Keshi as the coach. We should look and analyze all of the other support casts, the factors that makes Nigerian coaches not to perform.
Well, you see, the things we need to do now, I think the NFF president, Amaju Pinnick, should use his good office, I've always said, to assign an interim coach, which I think I'm suggesting like someone like Shaibu Amadu, who has the experience to do the job. If they could do that, because we can still qualify. It's not going to be an easy game for Congo in South Africa. So if Congo drops a point or lose in South Africa and we win our next 3 games, then we'll qualify. And I think with someone like Shaibu, we'll do that.
Well, you heard from all of them. Well, NFF, of course, is to blame. Keshi is really not the cause. And, of course, what do you guys think about all this? You can talk to us on Twitter and, of course, on Facebook. What you think about really kind of a systemic problem with Nigerian football? How come sometimes we record success and, of course, it takes years for us to actually bounce back? We were thinking with Stephen Keshi, we can kind of have a consistent NFA and, of course, a constant coach, a coach that would just stay for a long time and build a team over time. It's just been how many years, less than 3 years, and everyone is saying, some people are saying it has to go. Some are saying that Nigerian Football Federation actually need to look at the system, what is really happening to Nigerian football. You can talk to us on Twitter and of course on Facebook, what you think and what you feel about this. That's it on your screen, our feedback mechanism, channels_sport, channels having sport, and of course my own Twitter handle. You can talk to us there. And of course tomorrow we promise we'll get to read all your tweets, what you think about Nigerian football, what should really be done. It's not only in Nigeria that this is happening. I talked about Brazil in my introduction, what happened to them. The coach who won the World Cup for them also led them to their heaviest defeat, 7 goals to nothing. Of course, Brazil is just trying to bounce back. All they had to do was to rely on a previous coach who couldn't win the World Cup for them. Will Nigeria also go the same way? We really cannot tell what Nigerian Football Federation would do. What the head talking about the NFF president, Amaju Pinnick, has said, he will not make any hasty decision. He will have to look at the various factors to ensure that, well, we'll finally maybe get another coach or see how they can resolve the whole systemic problem with Nigerian football. Well, joining me to talk about this and all others that we talked about on the headlines is Chinasa Iboyin. Chinasa, welcome to the show.
Welcome, Cecilia. I don't even know what's because I was taken aback by the whole Keshi thingy. You know, we've been talking about Keshi Super Eagles. I quite agree with the second guy that spoke. You know, it's not. Yeah, Stephen Keshi has his own parts, you know. Yes. Of course, he has his own blame. The players have their own blame, but it's not just them. It's the whole system. Everything is wrong, you know. We saw it happen with Selassie. We saw it happen. How many times do we keep recycling those coaches? Amodu has been coach of the Super Eagles how many times? Stephen Keshi, this is the second or third stint. Selassie, he comes back again, you know. We keep doing the same thing and we're expecting different results. Yes, you might get short-term success, you know, maybe the boost of injection, you know, something just happens and you pay past the cracks. It's not like it's like sort of a stopgap measure. It's not permanent, you know. And after 1, 2, 3 years, the cracks begin to appear again, and we go all over the same cycle. The coach is to blame, this one, that one. Yeah, Keshi has a sport. Keshi, I heard the other guy talking about some players he brought into the limelight. Yes, at least we should give him credit for that. He brought players like John Mba, Juwon Oshanowa, Sunday, the other guy that was injured at the World Cup, Babatunde Michael. You know, when he called some of these players, people there was a lot of uproar. Who are these guys? And they came out and they did some things. Some players have done well, some players haven't done well, you know. So Keshi has his own parts. I've always maintained that Keshi is not the best technically or tactically. We've always known that. Has he sent for refresher courses? No. What is the administration doing about that? You know, it's not just about bringing in coaches every time. When they don't get good results, you tell them to go and everything. I think we have to really look down inside and see where the problem starts from. Okay. Then we can have a system. You know, when we have the Spanish national team, they had a sustained period of success. It wasn't, and in that period they also changed coaches because De Bosque apparently he wasn't the one that led them to the World Cup. You know, in 2008. But you had the same players also. Yeah, you know, the same. So there's a system. There's something that is working for them. I think we should go try and copy and see what these guys are doing. Germany, that is really, or maybe Spain. Or the last time we had sustained success, you know, it was a long period from 89 Westerhoff till 94. And apparently, you know, Westerhoff had complete control of the team. He had the ears of the presidency. You know, there was no administrative red tapes and everywhere blocking. You know, today you say this person, this is his team, this is not his team. This person giving him a list or whatever. He had complete control, and we saw what happened. You know, there was that period led us till about 2000. You know, he started in 1989. 89, Westerhoff left in 2000 in 1994, and we had a sustained period of about 2000 till, you know, the decline started. And after that, we've not really had that sort of success. So it just shows that we need something to work properly. Then we can start. If we have a good system that works, the administrative part and everything, then when the coach messes up, you could come out and say that the coach is this. Keshi has he been paid? What sort of contract is he on right now? He doesn't even have a contract. When he was coach, the last time the things he was supposed to be given, he wasn't given. You know, these things we should actually look at the whole picture. And you know, before we start, it's easy to point the finger and say, yes, I'm not ruling out that everybody has a part to play in this failure of the Super Eagles, but I think it's high time we address it, and so that we can have sustained success. You know, so and we're happy with our football.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, well, for Abuja fans, of course, if you want to watch the Super Eagles, the minister is actually saying that you can come to the stadium and watch it for free, that the gates should be thrown open. Remember earlier yesterday, we announced that Nigerian Football Federation is saying that 200 naira populace are 3,000 for VIP. But I mean, the minister actually wants more people to come to the stadium and cheer the Super Eagles to victory. They actually failed. They lost just by a lone goal. Now, if you take a look at the fact that Germany actually lost to Poland, their greatest rival, 2-1, then you understand that football is not something you can and really predict. It happens. So you can also go to the stadium, support the Super Eagles. We have 3 more matches. Should we win all the matches, definitely we stand a chance to qualify for the 2015 African Nations Cup in Morocco next year. From the Super Eagles now, let's move straight to the good ones. I'm talking about the, the Super Falcons.
Other birds of prey.
Yeah, definitely. They are really the Super Falcons. Of course, this evening, 4 p.m., they will be taking on Zambia. And of course, the coach is saying that they will not underrate the Zambians. The Zambians, for the very first time, they're making it to the African Women's Championship. And of course, for the coach, he feels the girls, all they need to do is not to lose concentration because of the fact that they won the first goal, the first match convincingly. But sometimes at the back, you know, they're a little bit prey. So all they need to do is to just tighten up that back and see how they can, you know, beat Zambia and of course secure the semi-final ticket.
Yeah, you know, what has impressed me so far in this tournament is the level of football. You know, back then we had the AWC and you see teams that, you know, they are coming to get hammered. You know, but now I saw the first game I saw when the Namibians took on the Zambians. Exciting football. You know, a couple of years ago, who knew Namibia and Zambia when it comes to female football?
Yes.
But we saw the Namibians played very well. You know, it was end-to-end stuff, exciting. Yeah, 2-0 winners. They were apparently deserving winners, and we now saw the Nigerians and the Ivorians. So going into this game, we've seen that the Zambians are not pushovers. You know, the Falcons. We saw that they really fought for that victory against the Ivorians. Some people thought the Ivorians would be a piece of cake. These guys apparently knocked out Equatorial Guinea, defending champions. So it shows that Falcons are ready. There's a hunger. There's something driving them. They really want to get this done. So I do not think they would underrate the Zambians. I think they will go out there, you know, concentrate and get the business done. Yes, they need to be more disciplined at the back because the penalty they considered against the Ivorians, it could have been avoided. You know, it could have been avoided, and some other things. The second goal. So I think just 1 or 2 tweaks. I think they are good to go. They should get a comfortable victory against the Zambians today.
Of course, so at least that will definitely whet our appetite for the game against Super Eagles game tomorrow against Sudan in Abuja. And of course, for the Super Falcons, they will be appearing on their traditional green jersey on green horse. I mean, that's what they're saying. And of course, white Zambia will definitely have a white for them. That's what they will be